was the biggest difference in the first half and the second half from your spot?
Yeah, I mean, you got to watch. I mean, just assume we didn't coach very well, but the making plays. I mean, as a just a circle one, whether zone or man, we got to make sure that the ball's in the air. The options can't be they make a play or they make a play. There's got to be some semblance of playmaking going on the defensive side of the ball. When we do it, we have success. It's not going to happen, right? If our only hope is that it's an errant throw or something like that. So we obviously got to search high and low to try to figure out what exactly is the perfect mix between when it's middle closed, middle open, zone coverage concept. If we put a guy in man coverage, it can't be extra actually cover that guy. And so, no, we got to look at those things. But, no, it's coaching. We obviously got to do a better job. We did some good job in the second half in the past. We didn't even come close tonight.
What's the biggest issue trying to close games these past 2 weeks?
Yeah, really disappointing. It's a 60-minute football game. It's not new, right? We signed up for that when we decided to coach. And we talk about it. It's one thing to talk about. You got to go do it. You get excited in the third quarter because you're happy. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life at the tail end of the game. And so we haven't gotten that message across. And once again, we got to do a better job as coaches. We got to make sure that if we're background noise, why would that be? Most importantly, we got to make sure that we're putting the guys in the best situation to be successful. And so I'll assume we didn't as we sit here today, and we'll look at the video and adjust from there. But no, we got to finish ball games. We got to finish ball games.
Did you sense frustration with the guys the way the second half unfolded?
No, I think they're frustrated. I think absolutely they are. I think I like to think we got some competitors in there. And the nice thing is we sit here today, as frustrated as we are, it's after a win. Thank God. And thank the offense. But we chose to coach on defense. We chose to play on defense. And so there's an expectation that we have involvement in the winning around here. Thanks God, we can correct some of these things after a win, and maybe just by my demeanor, I'm certainly excited by that. We can be both. We can be excited by a win and pissed off how we played. We can do both, and we're going to be. Maybe we have to flip it quick and get back to work tomorrow. And once again, we got to play 60 minutes. We got to find a way to get it done.
How much did it just stress the defense that they seemed like they were pretty successful on third down, especially?
Yeah, I mean, I think they were successful on first down, second down, third down. I mean, that was my perspective on the thing. And in the second half, just the inability to make plays. You have an opportunity to get a hand on football. We got to get a hand on football. We can't be okay being close to the quarterback. We got to make them hold on to the ball a little bit longer in some situation. But no, it's all the above. I mean, certainly on third down, there's some missed opportunities out there. And then once again, you got to look at it and say, how do we make a better call? Inevitably, if we're in zone, we wish we were in man. If we play man in zone, and obviously, football doesn't work like that. But no, we got to start searching high and low to find what works.
How do you go about corrections with one less day of rep this week?
Yeah, I mean, maybe the sense of urgency maybe will help us. I think that we got to feel that. No one's going to fix it for us. Obviously, from a health standpoint, I think coming out here. I don't know anybody off the top of my head that got banged up necessarily, but no, we're going to have to do some of it from a tempo standpoint. It's not going to be as fast or as physical as it otherwise would. But you're 10 weeks in the season, which, as soon as I say that, you want to vomit. It's some of the issues we have 10 weeks in the season, right? So I don't know if some of these things we can get fixed in 48 hours and 72 hours. We had 11 months to do a lot of things around here, so we got 5 days to get it right for next weekend. So we all got to feel a sense of urgency behind everything we do.
Can you talk about the fourth down stop you guys got in the second quarter that kind of ended up being a pretty big play?
I tell you, I don't even remember it.
We saw some guys kind of get some backups getting some extra time later in the game. Did you sense potentially some shakeups with Covington and Latrell getting some opportunities?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we don't have the ability to do it at every position. We're looking for guys who are going to take the field and take ownership in their role and compete. And then, like I said, we're trying to find playmakers out there. Guys that are going to win when they're not always the unblocked guy. They're using the defensive front as an example, or a linebacker. Guys are going to strain and go punch the ball out. We talk about takeaways. We're not getting enough of them. And the same thing is, a guy in coverage is, are you going to commit to your craft or commit to technique? Are you just hoping that they throw in completions, right? And so, from a competitive standpoint, no, we're going to try to, drive that as best we can, and we're not able to do it at every position. But no, you saw accuracy.
it comes to tackling, do you feel like there's a reluctancy at all?
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I think in some situations it's probably, maybe giving too much credit to the opponent. Some of it's, trying to bear hug guys and not going low and coming up with a body part. In those moments, once again, you tackling a guy's not extra. You signed up to be a football player on defense. So if you're frustrated by a ball carrier, shame on you, and shame on us for putting you in the game. But in several of those situations, I'd have to look at it in terms of the specificity of it. I don't. If they're tentative, I'm not sure where.
Let's do one more.
Just in terms of the turnovers, you guys were able to force so many beginning of the season. What's really changed since then?
Yeah, I mean, you got to get a hand on football. I mean, that's inevitably what it is. I mean, the tip ball doesn't tip itself, right? You got to make sure that you're in zones for a reason. We talk about spots and zone coverage or starting points. It's not how you finish the down. And inevitably, if we play zone coverage, we got to make plays in zone coverage. And a lot of those takeaways work, and we're trending in a way that. To have an opportunity to be a good zone cover, and then all of a sudden man's a real weapon for you, and then vice versa. And as we sit here today, right now, you're trying to search for what can you play 2 times in a row and actually feel like you have success, and you can find a way to make a play. And so no, that's inevitably what it comes down to is what is pass rush. 11 guys doing their job, and if we do that, you got a chance to get the ball.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.